Okay, today I'll be showing you how to make kale chips. First, you'll start off by preheating the oven to 350. And while that's preheating, you can prepare it. There's only 5 ingredients that you'll need. You need kale, just the regular or organic, whatever you prefer. You need a strainer, olive oil, seasoned salt, and a pan. The next step is to prepare the kale before you cook it. So as you can see, I have done already some, and then you can see the stems that I've already picked. So all you have to do is just remove the thick stems because it's not going to cook through that part. So you just put the green there and you just throw away those thick stems. Okay, the next step is to take all the leaves that you have just broken off from the stems and to wash them. Give it cold or hot water. You're just gonna rinse to make sure there's nothing on them, just like you rinse your vegetables. And then when that's done, your next step is to dry it. Okay, so then you'll take the washed kale and you'll spread it out across the pan. It doesn't matter how far apart it is, just enough that it's not cooking together, but they won't cook over each other like cookies would. Okay, so once it's all spreaded, you just take maybe 2 paper towels and you can just fold it in half, or whatever you prefer, and then you just damp it. Just to get some of that water off. Once it looks a little bit dry, not too dry, doesn't matter really, you're gonna take your olive oil. There's not a specific measure, but my preference is just to lightly pour over the kale, like that, just in a circle, and then just mix it. The first time you spread it out is just to dry, and then you'll spread it back out again after you have soaked it. Once you can tell that the leaves are covered completely, you might have to rub it a little bit just to get it inside the leaves because they like to curl. Just spread it all out. Look at this. Okay. So once all the leaves are covered in olive oil, I'm gonna like to wash my hands. You'll take your seasoned salt, and it's just like salt. So, I mean, you don't put a lot, but you put enough that it's covered. Just lightly sprinkle it over until you can start to see it stick into the leaves. If you prefer to make sure it all gets covered, you can do the same before, or you can put it on there as you're putting the olive oil on there. Once that's done and your oven's preheated, you set the timer for 10 minutes. And then you put it in. And as you see the leaves starting to brown, you can either pull it out, but if you like them more crispy, you can leave them in for just a few more seconds. Okay, once the time is up, you just open it up. Oh, it's hot. And as you can see, they shrink down to little tiny pieces. And then they'll feel as instead of a leaf, they'll be more like chips, potato chips. And that's how they get their name, kale chips.